Welcome back, guys, and this is your instructional video for our murder mystery. Of course, this is a probability review. We just finished our probability unit, and so I'm sorry to say that a sad event happened. I've got the perfect picture here of this hotel hallway, and this murder did occur, and I unfortunately think it is one of you. So, here are the instructions. You will receive an email from me shortly with your suspect's name, weight, height, and favorite hobby. You will want to enter tomorrow's Zoom on Wednesday at 9 a.m. And log in as your suspect's name. You may also come in character. If you want to, I'd love to see a lot of you participate in this way. When you log in, you'll need to have your video showing. And then as we walk through our clue sheet, you will turn off your video if your suspect is no longer a suspect. And by the time we work through our entire review, we'll notice that the suspect list is getting smaller and smaller. And there is one person who is the murderer. So we'll find that out tomorrow. All right. So before we begin our clue sheet, I need each one of you to start off with a piece of paper. Make sure that you write clue sheet at the very top and that you number it 1 through 4. And 4 has A through G. So you want to make sure that you leave plenty of space to answer all of your questions on your clue sheet. Question number 1 is going to be, actually all of the questions will be from your Google slide that is attached to this video. So you'll just walk yourself through the Google slides. Question number 1 is just going to ask you to find the probability of J. So you're gonna find the probability that J occurs in this 4-letter word, and then how many times G occurs. What is the probability that G is going to happen? So then you're going to answer the question in problem number 1. Question number 2 refers back to sample space. Remember that sample space is all of the possible outcomes, and we made a tree diagram, and then we also could list all the things that were in a sample space. This specific question is asking you with 2 Roman numerals. You're going to have Roman numeral number 1 and Roman numeral number 2. So you're going to put the answers of all the possible outcomes for each of these things in their appropriate blanks. And when you're done with that, you'll know your suspect's height. Question number 3 is back when we were talking about predicting. And I think that was DD6 was where we practiced that. So it asks you to find the probability of a coffee drinker among the guests in this hotel. So you'll find the probability of that happening, and then you're going to use that information, that probability, to set up a proportion. Remember, we set up proportions. If you forgot, you can rewatch that video, and you're going to solve the proportion and find out how many of the 300 guests would prefer coffee. Then that leads us to question number 4 on your clue sheet, and it has multiple questions. I believe that you can use the spinner and or these dice to answer the questions. I don't think you'll have a problem answering any one of those. And then the last question is simply asking for 5 factorial. So you're going to find out what 5 factorial is. And once you get an answer for A through G, then you're going to use the code cracker on the very last slide. So each of the answers, A through G, will have a corresponding letter. You're going to find each letter and then unscramble the hobby for your suspect. Okay, guys, I think I've given you enough information to get started. You're going to have all day today, Tuesday, to work on this clue sheet, and then make sure that you bring all of your answers with you. I'm going to go over probability, and then we'll work through our clue sheet to reveal who, in fact, is the murderer. Thanks for joining us, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. in our Zoom session. Remember that our session will have or this session meeting ID and the password are located in Google Classroom. See you there.